We all know woman hairs are getting very expensive, and people are trying by all means to be on a budget to have to buy what they can afford. And because we cannot change the fact that as ladies, as women, we still have to look good. So in today's video, I'll be talking about some of the wigs or hairs that they are cheap, or hair or wig texture that are cheap, but they will still make you look expensive, and you will not even notice that they are not expensive. You know, there are some hairs that there are some hair texture or wig texture that when you wear, you already from afar you know that this is a cheap hair. So those are not the kind of the kind of hairs I want to talk about in today's video. The ones I want to talk about are those ones that even though they are cheap, but they will still look very beautiful, they will still look expensive, and people will not even know that they are cheap. And it takes a third eye, or it takes somebody that really knows good hair to know. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome, and to my old and returning subscribers, you guys has been amazing. So let's get right into the video. So I'm talking about top hair or wig texture that are cheap, but that like they have very alternative, or how will I put this now that will make people understand, like they have the cheaper alternative that still look expensive or still look nice even though that they are cheap. And the first on my list is Kinky straight. Yes, in fact I've talked about Kinky straight several times here. Kinky straight is one hair texture that I really like. That it's one hair that even though there's an expensive version, there's the one that is more expensive, like the human hair version, but is one hair texture that I love because of the fact that even when you buy the cheap one, people are not even like it. Like it's one hair that will just cover you, that even though you are wearing the cheap one, people will not really quick notice. Let me put it that way, people will not really notice. Like it's very hard to distinguish the cheap version from the human hair one, although you will still know. But what I'm trying to say is that is one hair that is very that has this expensive look. Even though you even buy the cheap version, people will not quickly notice, and it's also very easy to maintain. It's also durable as well, and it will last you for a long time, even though you buy the cheap version of it. So it's one hair that is a cheap hair. Even though you buy the cheap version, you will still look good on it, you will still look very presentable without even people noticing that you are wearing the cheap version. And it's also durable. If you get the good one, the good cheap one, very durable and also easy to maintain, doesn't tangle on time, and it's very versatile as well. In fact, there's a way you pack a kinky straight, like in fact even the cheap ones, if nobody will even notice. It will make you look expensive, especially when it's very full. Nobody will even notice that it's even cheap. When you package it very well, people will not even notice. And you can also just style it or do it however way you like it, and it will come out very nice. So if you are looking for that cheap hair that will still make you look, that you don't want people to know that it's cheap, check out Kinky straight. Trust me, you are going to come back. I'm going to say, Benita, thank you very much for this recommendation. So another one on my list is Afro Kinky. Yes, Afro Kinky is one hair that I really like the cheap version. Like it's just like I talked about Kinky straight. Afro Kinky is one hair that is for those that like very full hair. So if you belong to the full family like me, sometimes I like very full Afro hair. So if you want something that will make you look expensive, like trust me, Afro Kinky is one hair that, oh my god. In fact, if you wear the cheap version, nobody will even quickly notice. You hardly even differentiate between the cheap and the expensive one. Like it just takes one or two things that will make you differentiate them. But trust me, the cheap Afro is one hair that if you want to be on a budget and you still want to look expensive, you still want to look chic at the same time on a budget, Afro Kinky is one hair or wig that I would recommend for you to buy, because you hardly notice the cheap version of it from the original one. You not even know. By the time you comb it very well, brush it out very well, take care of it, in fact nobody will even know it's even cheap, and it will still last you for a very long time. just do the regular maintenance, do all the things that you need to do about it. But it's one hair that I would really recommend for you if you want to be on a budget and you don't have money to be buying all those expensive ones. Afro Kinky is one hair that I would recommend for you to check out, and it will still make you look expensive as well, and also make you look presentable without breaking the bank. So the next on my list is a bouncy coil. Yes, bouncy coil too is another type of a wig or hair texture that the cheaper version of it is very nice as well, especially the good blend ones. If you see a very good blend bouncy coil, you are going to like it. Like, it's very nice. That it will even be difficult for somebody to detect, although there is still difference, so don't get me wrong, but it's one hair that's or wig texture that when you wear it, even when you are wearing the cheap one, a good one, people will not even quick notice that it's even cheap. It will still look very beautiful and also presentable as well, and make you look expensive without breaking the bank. So the last on my list is a coily as well, and the coily I will really specify the particular coily, and I will really specify on the coily because there are still some coily hair, or generally, let me put it this way, coily hair is one hair too that even though it's cheap, although there are still some that that you still need to that will still, like, you will know it's cheap, but especially kinky coils. Yes, kinky coil is one hair texture that when you buy the cheaper version, at least for a coily hair texture, you really definitely like it, even though it's cheap. But it's one coily hair that when you rock it, you are still going to like, especially maybe from time to time you brush it out, you definitely going to like it. It will look expensive, it will look like presentable, even though it's cheap. People will not quick notice it. So these are some of the hair texture that will make that they are budget friendly, or they will still look presentable. They are cheap, but they will still make you look presentable and also expensive if you cannot afford those other ones that if you cannot afford the expensive ones. Go for any of these texture. You have different types, like there are different type of packet ones that you can go for, or naked, but they are really very good on the affordable side, but at the same time they don't look cheap. So that's it for this video. Which one do you feel is also good, that looks expensive but at the same time is cheap, that people just like people not even notice that you are wearing a cheap let me know in the comment section. Like I always say, I don't know it all, so your contributions are always welcome. So, but before you click off from this video, if you have watched to this point and you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button to join the family, and also click on the notification bell to get notified anytime I post a new video. Share this video so I might find it helpful and informative as well. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. See you in my next one. Bye for now.